Thank you viewers for tuning in to CannaWk News, bringing the top stories of the cannabis industry. I'm your host, Arnel Newton. In today's episodes, the stories we'll be going over are California cannabis workers unionizing, also University of Science creates an MBA program just for cannabis, and Maryland court rules that cannabis is no longer probable cause. So stay tuned because we have a good show lined up for you today. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right below, alright?
Young rapping dude, might just trap with you. Coming with the thunder, baby, might just clap it through.
Thanks for tuning in to CannaWk News. The first story we'll be getting into is California cannabis workers unionizing. Northern California Bay has its first cannabis union, which is United Food and Commercial Workers. United Food and Commercial Workers started its first national cannabis organization campaign in 2011, but has been representing marijuana workers in California since 2007, but now has grown to over 10,000 cannabis workers unionizing within 14 states. Representative from the United Food and Commercial Workers announced at a San Jose City Hall that workers for MedMen dispensary would be unionizing. This is due to MedMen having some serious problem over the last year. Just last December, former employees filed a class action lawsuit alleging labor law violation. Then at the beginning of 2009, former CFO James Parker filed a lawsuit alleging that top executive regularly used racist and sexual language, not to mention committed bank and financial fraud. Unionizing in the marijuana industry is protected under California law, specifically the Medicinal and Adult Use of California Regulation and Safety Act of 2017, which states the labor and peace agreement. In the agreement, the union won't encourage strikes, but managers won't stop workers from unionizing state institute licensed cannabis business that has 20 or more employees. Some of the benefits employees are requesting are wages $3 above California minimum wage, 2 weeks of paid vacation, 40% off employee discount, and time and a half overtime holiday pay. Labor advocates say that unionizing the cannabis industry is one way to ensure the social equality of workers is not forgotten in the green rush. And that would do it for California cannabis workers unionizing. The next story that we'll be getting into is University of Science creates an MBA program for the cannabis industry. The University of Science in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania has launched a specialized MBA program focused on the cannabis industry, a one-of-its-kind degree that provides online training for marijuana and hemp industry in the U.S. The new program housed in the Substance Use Disorder Institute will be available for students as an extension of the specialized MBA program in pharmaceutical and healthcare business. The course will examine regulatory, finance, marketing, and sales aspect of the cannabis industry. So that brings us to our last story in today's episode, which is Maryland court rules that cannabis smell is no longer probable cause. Maryland State Court of Appeal has ruled that merely smelled cannabis is no longer grounds for police to search and arrest a person. The scent of cannabis is used by police to justify warrantless search of a person and property as a source of probable cause is no more. In 2014, the state law decriminalized possession of 10 grams of cannabis, while anything more than 10 grams is still considered a crime. Having less than 10 grams is now designated as a civil offense. The Maryland court said in their ruling, police went too far when they searched a man's pockets after detecting the smell of a burnt cannabis coming from his parked car. The court wrote, and I quote, "The mere odor of marijuana coupled with a possession of what clearly seemed to be less than 10 grams of marijuana does not grant officer probable cause for an arrest and to conduct a search." The court continued and added, and I quote, "For the search to be reasonable under the Fourth Amendment, police must be armed with probable cause to believe that the person subject to an arrest is committing a felony or is committing a felony or misdemeanor in the presence of the police officer." End quote. With that being said, that will be my story for Maryland court rules that cannabis smell is no longer probable cause. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the episode. This is the CannaWk News. Until next time, I'm your host, Arnel Newton. Take care.
Young rapping dude, might just trap with you. Coming with the thunder, baby, might just clap it.